Hey everyone, welcome back. Chris McCormick joined by Blake Smith, and today we're in our Scottsdale HQ studio giving a little run through on the new Callaway Ai Smoke fairway woods. So Blake, we got 3 models to hit today. Why don't you give us a little rundown what we're going to be looking at?
So it's going to be interesting when I hit these because I thought Paradym was some of the best woods I've ever hit. Yeah. These apparently have been upgraded. So they used artificial intelligence. They got rid of jailbreak. They got rid of jailbreak by making it to the point where it's really, really hot in places that actual people hit. So that's going to be really, really cool to test. I'm going to try to hit it off the toe, try to hit it off the heel on all of these and see how forgiving they are. This triple diamond it's piqued my interest because it's more forgiving with ball speed. So that's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. But before we get into the bay, make sure to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's do some testing.
All right.
So Blake, we've got 3 heads to hit. Right now we're going to start with the max, which is going to kind of be that everyman's fairway wood. So, I mean, kind of running off of that Paradym platform, they stayed with that shallow face and added a little bit more tech under the hood. So first impressions, what do you think of the aesthetics?
So when I'm looking at the bottom of this, one really premium look here. I really like the way that they've done this bottom plate. It's really, really cool and eye-catching. It looks like they've pushed that weight forward because they've lost the jailbreak. So when they lose the jailbreak, they can neutralize that weight just a little bit more. From the top, it doesn't look like something I wouldn't play. So being a pretty good player, I'm looking at this going, okay, this is a really good shape design. It is not closed, which if a fairway wood's closed to me, it's gonna scare me because I hit my cut. See how it feels. I hit that right off the heel. We're gonna find out how forgiving it is. It geared back nicely, not too much. Pretty good for a miss.
So like they have in the driver family, they've incorporated the AI smart face. So creating those micro deflections on a variety of different impact positions around the face sustains that ball speed, gives us more playable, more consistent ball flights.
Yeah, and so with that micro deflections, just like what you just talked about, when I hit it on the heel 12 millimeters and low, that's an area that feels really bad, and this just kind of moved just a little bit. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton of movement there. I mean, even 113 miles an hour at club head speed, and as far as that was off that low heel shot, still playable.
Yeah.
Got a little different sound.
A little on the toe, but that was pretty good. I would like that one outside, obviously, if I'm going 275. And that's my number that I want the 3-wood to go, okay? 280 rollout, I'll take that, especially where I hit it. Yeah, 13 millimeters on the toe. So right now I'm starting to go where people miss it and what they've mapped and how they make that smart face. So
and you had also talked about the removal of jailbreak. So between that redesigned carbon chassis, the removal of jailbreak, the repositioning of that tungsten speed cartridge, and it freed up 24 grams of weight that they really stretched to both poles right against the face and then also low and back, creating a little bit different launch profile, easier to hit high, and then also increasing stability and forgiveness.
Yeah, and you're gonna want forgiveness when you get into a 3-wood. A lot of times when somebody's like, I'm gonna need 3-wood, I'm like, oh, we'll see. You might need more loft, and then you can start changing it. So this can go all the way up to 17 degrees. So it can be like a 4-wood, but it's not gonna really change the weight. It's not gonna change the look or anything like that. From the top, I failed to mention earlier, this carbon look is really cool. So that premium look it's pretty awesome. That was way on the heel. Okay, that's forgiving.
And you did say you were gonna test the entire face.
Yep, let's see if I can hit one in the middle. There's a touch on the toe, but it's not over gearing. And with a fairway wood, if it gears left, I'm dead.
Absolutely. Let's get one more good one.
All right, I am going to act like I have to hit the green. There's trouble left, I'm gonna hit a cut. That is right on the button. That is everything I want out of a fairway wood and more, because it's going to go farther than I needed. That was really good.
Big carry number there.
Feels great.
I'd say that was a pretty good sample.
Yeah.
So from the Max, let's transition now into Max D, which is going to be for that player that may struggle with a little bit of a push, a little bit of a slice, and will have slightly different profile, a little more forgiveness.
Yep.
So second head we're going to test is going to be Max D. So biggest thing I want to point out transitioning from Max to Max D is static lie angle. So static lie angle on the Max is going to be 56. Going into the Max D, we're going to bump that a little more upright, going to 58. Both of them are going to have a neutral face at address. So first impressions, how does this look compared to Max?
So when I'm looking at a Max D or a draw biased fairway wood, it usually is upright like you said, and it is probably going to make it look like it's closed. So when I put this down, it does not look closed. So that right there is a big win. Now that might be an optical illusion, but I don't think so, because I'm just squaring this thing up and it looks dead square. It doesn't really look different than the Max version. So there's not a lot of difference here, maybe pulled back just a little bit in the back, maybe a little bit more in the heel, but not to the point where it's like you can see it. It's definitely shallow, so that's a really good thing. You get the ball up in the air. This category, this is where you need that.
Sure.
So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, I don't want to aim left and try to hit a cut because it might go left. So I'm just gonna try to hit a little draw with this thing. Yeah, well, I cut it. So I just won't, I can't draw it.
So per the usual, when you have draw bias tech in your hand, you have a tendency to hold it off and hit fades with it.
Yeah, and the spin goes up. So I got to adjust to it a little bit. There it goes. See, that left start line is something that I try to get that, and then when it starts over there and it doesn't come back, you know, I'm singing, baby, come back.
I'd love to see you do that on the golf course in a tournament.
Don't tempt me with a good time. That was really solid there. Nice and high, you can see that it climbs. So when it comes out in pretty close to what the Max was coming out as far as that window, and then it climbs. So that had 4,100 spin on it. So this is an area where you're gonna put somebody into this where you need spin. This is the spin machine, and that's a good thing for this category. That was really straight, a little bit of a push, but it just went dead straight. It's really stable through impact. That was hit right in the middle of the golf club, I believe.
So pretty good representation of what this Max D head's doing. Let's get one more just to round out the sample here. I want to point out, ball speed that you're putting up with this fairway wood is comparable to what I see out of my driver.
Yes.
That's just sickening.
These things are fast, you know? I mean,
AI Smart Face, I mean, it's no joke. It's working for you.
let's see if I can work a draw in here. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's go.
That's drawing. That's going to go a long way.
That's got a chance. Keep drawing. Oh, that's pretty good. I can make that putt.
And this head being 2 degrees more upright than Max, having that internal weighting component that promotes that right to left shot shape for a right-handed player.
Yeah.
And giving us more launch, more spin. I made that head look pretty good.
Yeah, and let me point out when I try to hit a draw, I usually hit it off the toe. I cheat a little bit, but
There you go.
you know, it got out there. It's very forgiving.
So with that, let's transition into something a little bit more Blake-oriented in the Triple Diamond. So last head we're going to test today is Triple Diamond. So like we'd mentioned, this is going to be a little bit more Blake-oriented, player-friendly. So only head in the family that incorporates a steel sole instead of the carbon. So design behind this is to give you a more boring, penetrating ball flight that's preferred by a little bit of that better player.
Yeah, when you push that weight forward, you can see this removable weight move forward. They lost the jailbreak, pushed the weight forward, more ball speed. That's what it looks like it's probably going to have. I played the Rogue LS. I haven't brought that out of my bag because I hit it really good.
Sure.
If this does better, I think it's going to unseat the champion, but that thing, I've been through a lot of battles with it, so we're going to find out. This is definitely smaller footprint, a little bit different right here on the back part than my Rogue, but maybe that's a little bit has to do with some optics, just as far as this line goes here. Maybe they're fooling me a little bit, but overall it's really good looking. Looks like something I can just beat down, so let's go.
You raise an interesting point. I mean, trying to fit a better player into a fairway wood, that particular golf club is so difficult to get out of a player's bag when it's something they have confidence in and they hit consistently well.
Yeah, when the driver's not going well and you're playing in a tournament and you have to go to something else and you can make an aggressive swing with your 3-wood and it bails you out, you form a relationship with it.
Absolutely. So. You see so many players on tour that'll have 2, 3, 4 generations old in the fairway wood specifically, some of them even older, and that golf club just doesn't come out of the bag.
Okay, so
this is a great sound.
That's 2 in a row just absolutely smoked. And I'm going to use that word because I like that word, and that's what the golf club is.
How many cheesy puns can we incorporate about smoking the golf ball?
Yeah, one more and it's a smoke show. Let's go.
Apologize in advance for all the dad jokes.
There it is.
Was it smoked?
Wow, that's 3 in a row right in the middle of the golf club. Felt awesome. Got my number. That is what I'm looking for in a 3-wood for sure. Perfect numbers.
So 3 in a row. I mean, basically on a rope. Let's get one more just for the data sample. This one, let's turn it up a little bit. Let's see what you got.
All right, I'm gonna send one here. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Tight little draw.
Draws go further.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big carry.
That flew 280.
If it didn't hit the green, that would have broke 290.
I just found a new fairway wood.
165 ball speed on that.
That's a lot of ball speed. This thing's a rocket. This is everything that they said it was and more.
Well, lucky for you, they make a 7-wood, so you can dial it back and get the number you need.
Perfect. I'm all about 7-woods now.
So we'll take a look at data, but I already know which one your favorite is. So let's pull it up, do the comparison, even though I know where you're gonna land as a player.
All right, let's do it.
So pulling up our comparison screen here, no surprise on the data that we looked at. I mean, it was pretty clear cut, the amount of separation there was between the heads, but go ahead, run us through what you're taking a look at here.
Yeah, it's cool to see the golf club doing what it's designed to do. So that Smoke Max, the first one I did, 162 ball speed, that's a good amount of ball speed. I didn't dime all those, I only hit a couple right in the middle, so ball speed was really good. And then we get to that triple diamond, it's the ball speed maker. The D, not quite as much ball speed, but still in a good category. Launch angles all line up, spin rate all lines up, carry distance, that all lines up. Between 266, 272, that's where I'm looking to carry a fairway wood. Off the tee, maybe it'll go about maybe 10 yards farther, but that's right where I want it to be. I really don't want it to go too much farther, but it is interesting that that Smoke Max was pretty good. That was a rocket. It felt good, but that triple diamond it made me happy.
Well, for the quality of player that you are, no surprise, triple diamond just kind of jumped off the page for us. And that AI Smoke Max is going to be more of that everyman's fairway wood. So a lot of tech built into the head and a lot of performance that we saw coming out of it. And then that Max D, as advertised, higher launch, higher spin, wants to move a little bit, and with that extra spin comes extra forgiveness.
Yeah, when you put the weight in the area that Max D has, when you put it in back and toward the heel, it's going to raise the spin regardless. But when they can make it really hot around the face based on real world results, based on real players, not just robots, it comes out when you're just like me in this testing environment. So it all came out that exact way.
And we've touched on it before. When a company gives us an opportunity to have good separation between the models, it's a home run for us at True Spec in a fitting environment where we're really trying to fit the player. And I mean, I would say we got a home run here.
Yeah, we do, definitely. And this triple diamond is something that I want in my bag. So I've just unseated my Rogue. So I think this is probably going to go in there. But I'll do more testing, but we'll find out.
Yeah, off camera, we'll dial in a shaft. So definitely a good test. And if you enjoyed that video, make sure give our other video a watch where we had an opportunity to visit Callaway at their corporate headquarters in Carlsbad, California, and take a look under the hood at everything that went into the design of the new AI Smoke. So with that, make sure, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and when you're ready to book your next fitting, come visit us at your local TrueSpec.